Okay, this week's unusual instrument is this thing, which is a circa 1890 Henry Clay Dobson Banjo. If this were a S.S. Stewart banjo from around the same time period, I'd probably call it a pony banjo because the head's only a little over 9 inches wide and there's a short 22 1/4 inch scale length. And Stewart had a banjo roughly the size that he called a pony banjo. And with a shorter scale length, 22 1/4 inches, I tend to tune this one up a whole step from standard classic banjo tuning. In this case, it's A, D, A, C sharp, E is how I've got it tuned. There were actually 5 Dobson brothers, and they all were banjo performers and teachers, and all but one of them held banjo-related patents. But Henry Clay is probably the best remembered of the Dobson brothers. And he's often credited with being the first successful builder to put frets and a resonator on a banjo, though these basic ideas certainly predate his efforts. And this banjo does have frets, and they're bar frets, and they've been hammered right into the neck. There's not a separate fretboard on this thing. And as was typical with a lot of the banjos at the time, it has a cutout in the heel area right here, and the upper part of the neck that extends toward the banjo pot has a metal plate covering it, and this metal plate is engraved with a monogram, 3 letters, R, Y, and J. I'm not sure if that's the right order or not because they're 3 letters are superimposed on each other and engraved there. So it's kind of cool. It's a decorative plate. This doesn't have, like I said, this doesn't have Dobson's resonator, but it does have his most enduring design feature, which is this tone ring, sometimes known as the donut tone ring. At the time, it was called the silver bell tone ring, and it was patented in 1881, not to be confused with the silver bell tone ring that was patented by Bacon and Day 40 years later during the jazz banjo era, which is a completely different system. Really, if you took a donut and cut it in half and spread it open like a bagel, that'd probably be a more accurate description of the shape of this ring. The banjo has a kind of a standard spun over rim, and then the donut ring fits right on top of that spun over metal rim. So it's a design that's still popular with builders today. The neck is attached with the dowel stick, and there are also 3 wood screws here that go right into the heel. Pretty basic design, but works well enough for nylon strings. Dobson probably didn't build his own banjos. It's thought that he contracted out the work, and this banjo is probably built by J.H. Buckby Company of New York City, based on his designs. Originally it had friction peg tuners, but I had them replaced with these things, which are peg head microplanetary tuners. They look like friction tuners, but they actually have real miniature planetary gears inside them, and it's very nice to have some higher ratio tuners with these old banjos to keep them in tune. On the video, first time I played it, it's this jazzy thing, and the banjo has these old nylon classical banjo strings on it. After I got done with that, I decided to replace the strings because they were old and the intonation was not starting to get off a little iffy in the upper register, So I went in and replaced them, so with the second thing on the video, I used these strings, which are Nile gut strings, which are thicker and louder, and so it's interesting to hear the banjo with 2 different kinds of strings on it. Anyway, I'll give it a whirl.